Hello, friends. Welcome back once again to the series of online lectures on the play Ghashiram Kotwal. In the last lecture, I have given you the details about the characters, the most important characters of the play Ghashiram Kotwal. One, Ghashiram Savaldas, and the second one is Nana Fadnavis. Now, in this current lecture, I will be giving details about the remaining characters of the play. One is Lalita Gauri, then there is Gulabi, the Lavani dancer, and then there is the Sutradhara, who is one among the 9 Brahmins who have made the human wall. And later I will also discuss about the human wall. Coming to the character of Lalita Gauri. Lalita Gauri is shown as a victim of the cruel political system, cruel political agendas of the people. She is also representation of the female victimization between two men who are fighting for political power. This we see happening in many stories across historical times. Always, when there is a fight or struggle for power between two men, usually a female or a woman is targeted. She is made victim. She is either made the trophy or she is put at risk in order to struggle for power. This seems very unjust, and so is the case of the character Lalita Gauri in the play Ghashiram Kotwal. Lalita Gauri, we look at this character in the scene for the first time when she comes to attend the Kirtan at Ganpati temple. This scene has been shown in act number 1. It is the same act in which Nana Fadnavis sets his wicked eyes, lusty eyes on this girl. Lalita Gauri is a young, beautiful woman, yet unmarried, but she is shown to be a scapegoat in the whole drama. She is the symbol of female exploitation, which Vijay Tendulkar tried to show through this character. Not just in this drama, but in the other dramas as well, like Gidhade or The Vultures and Sakharam Binder. Vijay Tendulkar has shown how the society has made women scapegoat, how the society has exploited women. It may be in any form, it may be sexual exploitation, it may be domestic violence, and in many other ways, the woman is targeted, she is victimized. In this drama, it is the character of Lalita Gauri who is victimized, who is shown to be a voiceless creature, voiceless person. She is the daughter of Ghashiram Kotwal, a young and beautiful daughter of marriageable age, but she does not have any voice of her own. When Nana Fadnavis sets his eyes on Lalita Gauri, she tries to escape from his clutches, saying that Nana Fadnavis is of her father's age and it is not right to marry with such a large age gap. Still, she is pursued by Nana Fadnavis, who tries to bring her in his own control. This is how this is the first instance wherein we see the voice of Lalita Gauri remains unheard. Whether she wants to marry or whether she wants to have relations with Nana Fadnavis is not known. In fact, she does not like having relationship with Nana because Nana is quite an older man. But is her wish fulfilled? No. The answer is no. Because When she tries to escape Nana Fadnavis is mad about her, and he asks Ghashiram Kotwal that he wants this woman to enjoy his own pleasures. Ghashiram Kotwal promises that he will send his own daughter to Nana Fadnavis, because here we see Ghashiram Savaldas is also a brainless fellow. Not brainless, rather, he is so blind with power lust for power, that he exchanges, he barters, he makes scapegoat of his own daughter for the sake of getting the position of Kotwali, and for which he has to repent later in act number 2. What Ghashiram does to his own daughter seems to be extremely cruel in the play. This is how we see when man becomes hungry for power, he uses his own people, near ones and dear ones, makes them scapegoat, and rises to powerful positions. Now, here in this case, Lalita Gauri is made such a scapegoat. Unfortunately, she has to go to Nana Fadnavis to satisfy his pleasures. Nana does not even marry her officially, and she is just left as a destitute when Nana finds out that she is made pregnant by him, and she is handed over as if she is a thing. She is handed over to a midwife. Unfortunately, Lalita Gauri dies in the story. She dies during the childbirth, and later Ghashiram has to repent for the cruel treatment he has given to his own daughter. Now we have to think whether she could be saved or not. Definitely there was a chance for Ghashiram Kotwal to save his own daughter, but he was so blind with his own power for the position that he forgot. He lost his senses, and he literally bartered his own daughter to gain that powerful position. Now, stories like this are very common even in the epics. For example, in the Mahabharata, we have the story when the dice game is happening, and all the Pandavas, especially Yudhishthir Dharmaraja, who is known for having a sensible mind, he himself puts his own wife, not just his own wife, but she is the wife of all the 5 Pandavas. He puts their own wife at stake as if she is a trophy. And why does he do that? In order to win the game, or he imagines that he will win the game and he will get back his wife. So, this is a very horrible scene which has been repeated in lots of mythological stories, as well as in the current story written by Vijay Tendulkar for the play Ghashiram Kotwal. So that is how we see Lalita Gauri is an unfortunate victim of the political game that was happening between 2 men. Ultimately, who is victimized? It is not the 2 men who are working for power or struggling for power, it is the woman who becomes victim. This is how Lalita Gauri is a tragic character in the play Ghashiram Kotwal. Then we have the character of the Lavani dancer Gulabi. She symbolizes the world of pleasure. She symbolizes how women can have control over men through sexuality, because it is the same dancer to whom Nana Fadnavis is visiting for the sake of pleasure. Nana Fadnavis, like the other Brahmins of Pune, who are known for their scholarship, who are known for their wit and brains, they spend their time in meeting women of the red light area called Bhavannakhani. So Gulabi is a witness. She is not just an instrument which brings these so called intellectuals to a morally degraded world, but she is also the witness of the degradation of the Brahmin society in Pune during the times of Peshwas. She is the symbol of materialism because what she wants is only the material gifts. She wants nothing else. Being in Bhavanakani, being in that red light area, her passions are only towards materialistic pleasures. And this is very clearly seen when she gets angry with Nana Fadnavis, when Nana Fadnavis gifts a garland of pearls to Ghashiram Savaldas instead of giving it to Gulabi. So this is how she is the representation of a completely materialistic world and also a witness to the degradation, moral degradation of the so-called intellectual Brahmin society of the Peshwa times in Pune. So that is how is the character of Gulabi. And then we have an important character, that is of Sutradhar. Just like in the other Indian plays, Sutradhara plays a very vital role in the drama. Ghashiram Kotwal as well. He is narrator of the story which happens out of the stage. I mean, he works as if he is linking the story in between. He keeps the audience abreast with the current happenings in the drama, in the story. And interestingly, here, Sutradhara is not a separate character. In fact, he is also shown to be one among the Brahmins who had formed the human wall in the drama. So, Sutradhar is an active role player in the play. He works sometimes as a messenger to Nana Fadnavis. He works as Sutradhar. He works as a witness to the moral degradation of the Brahmins who show that they are intellectuals but at the same time are complete hypocrites because they keep going to Bhavannakhani to enjoy pleasures. So, in one way, we can call this Sutradhara as a messenger to the audience. He keeps informing the audience how are the people of Pune, and he is a commentator as well here in this play. So these are important characters in the drama Ghashiram Kotwal. Now I will discuss about one important element which is very special in this drama, that is the human wall. It has been discussed a lot by critics, by play drama enthusiasts. The significance of human wall is very important in this play. What is so special about this? If you watch the drama in its original version, you see that this human wall plays a very strong and active role throughout the play. Sometimes the wall, it's a chain of humans, they hold each other side by side and they are 9 in number. So this number, they are in multiple number. This represents many things. First representation is that of the scholarly Brahmin society of Peshwa times in Pune. In the beginning scene, it is very clear. Each one of the wall, human wall, come in front of the stage. They introduce one another, and then they go back and form the human chain once again. Sometimes this chain, human chain, goes on singing as if it is a chorus. And very interesting part here is there are lots of scenes wherein The human wall shows the hypocrisy of these Brahmins in Pune in those times. Especially the scene where Nana Fadnavis has come to the temple. Instead of listening to the kirtans or bhajans, Nana Fadnavis is busy in staring at Lalita Gauri. He has all the lusty thoughts in his mind, and behind him, the human wall is singing kirtan. So, what does it show? It shows the hypocrisy. The outside face which Nana was showing to the world was that of a very devoted, God fearing man. But inside, when he goes inside the temple, instead of listening to the kirtan, he is busy in his own thoughts about the girl. And this is covered in a way, this quality of being lusty is covered with the surfacing of bhajans and kirtans. So you see this human wall is singing bhajan sometimes, abhang sometimes, and in other occasions, on other occasions in the same play, they are also singing and dancing to the tunes of Lavani. Now, these are the two important aspects which are brought in contrast with each other in the play Ghashiram Kotwal, and this is a special feature of Vijay Tendulkar, an important feature, because he does not consider this as a drama, he considers this as music and dance, and both music and dance are included in the play, and it is this human wall which makes a great use of music and dance together in this drama. That is how he has tried to merge the two extremes of Marathi folklore. On one extreme is the Abhang, which represents a totally spiritual world, which the Brahmins of Pune tried to show or tried to wear a mask of, and Lavani shows or represents the completely materialistic world which the Brahmins of Pune in those times actually adored very much. So, this human wall is witness to the actions, to the hypocrisies, to the strange natures of these Brahmins, and the human wall also acts as commentator to these actions of Brahmins. Sometimes, in some occasions, in the drama, this human wall comes to play an active role as well in the story. For example, these 9 people who have formed the human wall become a group of Brahmins when they accuse Ghashiram Savaldas of theft. The same group of 9 people becomes a witness to the cruelties of Ghashiram Kotwal later in the play. The same 9 people who have formed the human wall, they themselves become the Telanga Brahmins who who mob lynch Ghashiram at the end. They are the 9 characters who form a human wall. So they represent society in general, the society of Pune, this learned society of Pune as well, and witness to the incidents that were happening in the times of Ghashiram Kotwal, the cruelty and all those scenes. So this is how the human wall, created by the 9 characters dressed in the same way, dressed in Peshwa style, thus play a very significant role as an active character in the play Ghashiram Kotwal. So that's all about the discussion on characters in this play Ghashiram Kotwal. In the next lecture, I will be discussing about the themes and the other important elements of the drama Ghashiram Kotwal. There are some important themes such as religiosity, sexuality, and the play of power. These are important themes, and there are some more elements to be discussed. We will discuss them in the next lecture. Thank you so much.